I have been very intentional when it comes to reading the Epstein files of what exactly I am looking for. The reason why I choose not to dive through everything, like which celebrities or which politicians are involved, is because there is a much larger global organized crime ring that is alive through a variety of different networks and institutions that protect systemic harm. And this systemic harm goes beyond what we know about with the harming of children. It also dives deep into what I've spoken about with targeted individuals. Mind you, this is for entertainment purposes only. When I came across searching, through the various keywords, I made a point to look into targeted individuals and targeted victims. And a lot of the things that I have mentioned, that I have gone through, exist in those files. It goes even deeper into some of the details that I have not shared, primarily because the truth is crazier than what you can imagine. But it's all there. And this is really meant for people that are going through being a targeted individual. I know that I still am being targeted in a variety of different ways, and there is, I don't know if the right word is to say relief. Maybe it's validation, because part of what is going on is to assassinate your character and make you seem like you're mentally unstable and you're making it up. When in fact, no, it is plainly written in those files. And it's not only happening here, it's happening all over the world. So if you come across these TikTok videos of people sharing their story about how they're being targeted and the way that they have been basically tortured on a mental, emotional, financial, spiritual, and yes, physical level, these files are so much more interconnected than you can even understand. Like, it is bigger than Epstein. And so I know some people like to sit things out because it doesn't matter to them, but it is something that is directly correlated to what I experience and my life and what I've gone through and continue to overcome. And I'm not going to put out any of the files. I think it is up to you, if you care to learn more, to either understand if you still are unfamiliar with what it means to be a targeted individual. I don't want to trigger anyone that is going through trauma for being a targeted individual, but if you are someone that does need to feel that validation, that no, you're not crazy and no, you're not making it up, it's there. And I'm really curious to see how this all pans out. My prediction is the people that played a part in the targeting, whether they consciously knew it or not, but contributed to smear campaigns, contributed to monitoring, contributed to attempted poisonings, attempted destructions of innocent people's lives, they're definitely going to be the ones that go down first. They're going to be the fall guys, and it's unfortunate because it is all a big power play game where, to prevent people from even going to the deeper levels, the ordinary people, the family, the friends, the co-workers, local law enforcement, doctors, they're all gonna go down first. And I just can't imagine that people would get themselves caught up in something. I understand that certain things may have been said to them to want to participate, but it was honestly a game that they were never going to win in, and the deeper networks, the deeper powers at play, I hope that they too also become exposed once people stop being distracted from the middle players. Like, yes, I know my ex and certain people in my life played a huge direct part in the things that happened, but at the end of the day, they weren't the real villain. Like, they were just the pawns. They were just used in a much bigger game where they got to play God. But I do know that the Most High is going to see this through. And I just hope people come to the realization of the harm that they inflicted on an innocent person. I'm not saying people or myself are perfect, but no one deserves to go through that level of torture. And I just hope and pray that this reaches anyone that is going through the things that I've gone through. I mentioned it in prior videos. I don't really think there's more to say until more information comes out. But with what is already out there, if you have some time, take it upon yourself to understand the technologies, the tactics, the strategies that are being used against people that don't even show up in those files. Because this is much deeper and much bigger of a web than we can imagine, than I can even imagine. But I know that it's a lot bigger and deeper. But there's peace in knowing that these things are starting to be exposed, and the people that have constantly been labeled as crazy aren't lying.